You must remember this. A kiss is just a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh. The fundamental things apply.
Hello, my name is Camila Lemere, and welcome back to another episode of Weird Story of the Day. This is Kathryn Norris, our co-host.
Hi.
We go around and ask people for a weird story of the day, and they give back by telling a funny weird story of the day. With me, Camila, and Kathryn, to Weird Story of the Day. Yeah. Let's go find our first subject. Oh wait, he's right here, Mr. Norman.
Okay, so back when I was a student here at Laguna, my senior year, I had a back problem. And back problems are nothing to laugh about because they're really painful. But what was kind of laughable was what I had to do to fix the back problem. And I needed to wear a back brace that started here, like above the bottom, what do you call a rib? Bottom.
Pecs.
No, the bottom rib cage. The bottom rib. And then it went all the way down the side to right above the knee. And what it did was it kept this area straight. So I had to walk like this.
Wait, you did that at school?
Yeah, and so I had to wear it everywhere.
Oh, a
now,
whole year.
Obviously, I couldn't sit down with a straight leg. So I had a little latch right on the hip bone. And I would have to, if I were sitting down in class, I'd have to go and sit down. And so I wore that around for like a good majority of my senior year. But you know, I pulled it off.
And you had to wear it to prom too, didn't you?
No, I took it off for
Oh,
prom.
okay.
You know, and all's well that ends well. My back is strong. It's not like Forrest Gump.
Oh yeah.
My legs are fine, thank you very much. Doctor says my back's crooked as a question mark.
So for this story, I'm going to tell a story and Melissa's going to film me. So there was a month of my life, or not technically my mom's life, where she on multiple occasions like destroyed her phone, and it was all within 1 month. So I have notes on my phone. Okay, so the first time was my mom and I, we were on a beach walk in Carboneria. We were like walking, it was a really early like Saturday morning. It was like a beautiful day for a beach walk with your mom. So we're like walking down the beach, and because my mom like wanted to go faster, she's like, Camila, let's run! By the way, for those of you who don't know, she has a very thick Mexican accent because she comes from Mexico. So she was like going way ahead of me, and I was like, no, I feel like walking and listening to my music. So I was just walking, and my mom went so far ahead of me, and like the tides were really high that day, so like you had to be really careful because like the water, there was so much water and the waves were huge. And so we like got to this point, and I was like watching my mom from a distance, but there was like this huge cliff where like the water was completely hitting the cliff, so there was like no room to walk, like you just had to turn around there. So I figured my mom was just gonna like turn around, but she was like so determined to continue on her like walk/run that she like, I saw her like timing it perfectly, like seeing when the waves would like back up so that she could like quickly run across and make it all the way over there. And she was wearing like a really nice hat. She was wearing her Gucci sunglasses and had her phone and her credit card in her pocket or anything. And so then she like, the waves like come and they hit the cliff, and then they go back, and my mom's like sprinting across, but the waves, she like doesn't make it across in time. So the waves like came and completely hit her, and she like got pushed against the cliff and was like drowning, and I was just like watching the entire thing happen. I was like, holy crap, what is going on? And then like she didn't resurface for like 30 seconds, so I was like, oh my gosh, did she die? Like, is she okay? I was very concerned. And then finally, like, she, like, resurfaced and was, like, choking up water. And she lost her phone, she lost her Gucci sunglasses, and she lost her favorite hat. After that whole incident, my mom got a new phone. 4 days later, she's in her room, and she's, like, lying down, sleeping, and she's, like, she gets up, she picks up her phone, she like goes on her phone a little bit, and then she's putting her phone like on her bedside table, but then because it was like dark, she didn't really see very well, and she had a cup of hot tea on her bedside table, and she just dumped the phone in the cup of hot tea. So that was like the second time she destroyed the phone. And then we went on a trip to Singapore that same summer, and so like a couple weeks later, we went to Singapore, and my brother threw a football into this pond. So my mom like went over, and she was like had she got new Gucci sunglasses, and she like had them on her shirt, and she had her phone in her pocket, and she was like leaning over to reach in and grab the football for my brother, and her phone fell in the pond, and her Gucci sunglasses fell in the pond too. But that's the end of the story.
This probably isn't that funny. Okay, so once I was actually at Starbucks here with my family. It was a few years ago, and my dad and my mom came in separate cars because my dad was coming from work, and my dad was leaving, and me, my sister, my brother, and my mom were walking to our car, and as we were walking to our car, my dad drives by and my sister starts running. She's like, bye, 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 and then she ran straight into a pool because she was saying bye to my dad. She was like and then she like, and yeah, that's
funny. That's funny.
I have a sister who is about a year and a half older than I am, and this is my first memory as a human being. This involves this story. My very
intense.
first memory.
Okay.
So I was in the backyard playing, and my sister walked into the kitchen, and my mom was like, Barbara, where's your little brother Paul? And my sister said, and she was only 3, he's sleeping at the bottom of the pool. So my mom ran out and saved me. And my first memory is like being smacked back into this reality.
Wait, you were literally... Wait, Mr. Duran, you were actually sleeping at the bottom of the pool?
I was drowning, and my sister, being the dingleberry that she is, didn't even try to save me. She thought I was sleeping at the bottom of the pool.
Oh my gosh!
So that's my first memory as a human being of like, I'm back, and I'm coughing, and water's flying everywhere. Anyway, that's it.
You remember that?
I do. That's like one of my first memories.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny. That was really good. That is the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time on Weird Story of the Day. Bye.
Holding your hand and gripping tightly to your fingertips, watching with a nervous stare and wondering when lingered lips would meet again. We'd decrypt the mysteries between all these places that I've visited. This vista is serene, and I believe the atmosphere was made up when you landed here and froze me in position, thus suspended like a chandelier. Turned my insecurities to wisdom and disbanded fear, until the only thing that I resembled was a man revered. See, I met this